Don't ask how that worked.
It's called parallel universes.
No.
It's dead. Your suplex is no longer here.
My suplex has been suplex. I thought that sounded better in my head.
What the heck did you just say?
Yeah, that's right.
I literally didn't understand it.
You need to have a very, very high IQ to understand anything I ever say.
Ah, that's too bad. They have -4 IQ.
Fun fact, that's a trick called that's a trick that I like to call fast eating. Basically, if you inhale when you're like directly adjacent to something, Kirby will suck it up instantaneously. It saves time. I'm not a Kirby speedrunner, but I do know enough about Kirby to know that I need the crash ability right here.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they've been happy to provide me with one.
I didn't figure out that Crash could press switches until this.
Yeah, for some reason Microphone can't press switches, but Crash can.
Yeah.
Alright, anyways, boom.
So literally the superior version of Crash can't.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a superior version, because like, in actually no, I was gonna say in later games you could charge up Crash, but in later games you could also charge up the third microphone, so, yeah.
Yeah.
See? Told you this wasn't progress.
Yeah, I was wrong. But yeah, Crash, honestly...
Cut, please. Cut, get down here, cut.
Friend.
Wait, no,
Friend.
don't cut. No. You're not
Don't
my friend. I like how when you kill them, they just turn into a hat. Like, that's done in Star Allies 2, but just the idea that Kirby could just end your existence at any time and turn you into a hat is just extra special. So, let's just check. Yeah, this is the last treasure comes after this. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Yeah, don't mess with Kirby.
Oh no! Where will I ever get a new cutter?
Kirby. I think that's nothing in there. Oh, it's a tomato.
Fast eating.
Yeah.
I like to flex my Kirby knowledge because it's the only knowledge I have.
That's not a good thing.
Yep, the last chest is here. You have to get through all these springs. And he clearly can't. Yep. See ya.
See it.
Alright, number 60.
The trade force. Trade force.
Alright, awesome.
The force of trees. So, what ability would you say is like the worst?
The worst in this game?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like... Because worst implies it's bad, and I don't think this game has bad abilities.
Yeah, but
This
like
game has
worst
a lot
is
of really good ones. Well, okay. For starters, let's ignore sleep.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
of course.
unfair to like say, "Ew, sleep is a bad ability." I mean, it doesn't even do anything because that's the point.
Yeah.
Calling sleep a bad ability is being stupid.
Yeah. I mean more like every single ability has. Hold on.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for saving my friend's life. And he's gonna hit another time.
Yeah.
And he's
So.
gonna hit a third time.
So
And he's gonna hit one more time and he's gonna die.
Oh, magic crystal. So, as I was saying, there's not really like bad abilities in this game, but like there's certainly some that are better than others. So
Yeah.
that's what you would call best. And I mean,
I would definitely say some of the best are like Plasma, Hammer. The thing about Stone is, while Stone makes you completely invincible, Wheel, funnily enough, I learned this from playing the True Arena. Wheel is actually, if you're really technical and you know how to work it, Wheel can be Stone, but mobile.
Yep.
Because that little trick where you keep doing the skidding thing over and over, that makes that you're still invincible during that. So while you're doing that, you can just do tons of damage to bosses while being invincible. And I've managed to do things like, you know, defeat Galactonite without getting hit just because I had Wheel on hand. And Rocky was never seen again.
No, there was Rocky. He's gone now.
Kirby killed Rocky. He's dead. Oh no.
Rocky, no! Oh my. It's like the he can't hear us. He has AirPods on.
He's a rock.
He can't hear us. He's a rock. Rocky, look out! Oh man.
Rocky, look out. Kirby's coming up from underneath you. Oh god, he can't hear us. He's a rock.
Yeah.
Can I skip this in any way, shape, or form?
Not sure.
Well, I guess we're here for the long run then.
Yep. So yeah, well, so Great Cup Offensive is kind of okay. I prefer Kirby Amazing Mirror.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like saying, yeah, Mario 64 is pretty great. I prefer it way more over the beta for Mario 64. Like, that's not a fair comparison.
Yeah. Still though, like, I mean, Amazing Mirror has problems and stuff too, but
every
like,
Kirby game does, really. Except for Robobot. Don't argue.
There's one problem I can find with Robobot. It was on the 3DS. That's the only problem.
What's wrong with the 3DS, huh? Huh?
Nothing. That's the problem.
Oh, be perfect. Actually, if I had to give a genuine, honest criticism of Robobot, it would be that they could have told the story in so many ways. A Street Pass Q&A was not one of them it should have been.
What?
Yes, Robobot has by far the best, like, individual story of a Kirby game. I say individual because Kirby games have amazing story, but it's all connected in a way, like, you know, the Ancients, Dark Matter, everything. Robobot has a strong story that stands on its own about, like, a father who's lost his memory because of, you know, a homemade Star Dream Nova thing. Susie's trying to figure out how she can get her dad to remember her because she doesn't like that her father has forgotten her. There's a lot of really good lore to that, and it's why Robobot's my favorite game ever, and I absolutely adore Susie and Haltman because they have such good lore and really good music, and they just sound cool, and they brought mech suits into the Kirby world. Jesus Christ, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But the way that you would learn most of the lore is through a Street Pass Q&A, because there's actually so much lore that for the first time ever, they couldn't condense it down into pause menu screens.
Just like, add more boss forms, really.
Yeah. There's some extra stuff to the pause menus, like how it explains that Susie was lost in another dimension when you pause the menu on the second boss, because it says that she gained all this info in another dimension. And apparently she was sent to another dimension by Star Dream, and you would only know about this by reading the Street Pass Q&A to see that Susie was sent into another dimension by the mother computer. If you didn't read it, you would just assume, oh, she was just in another dimension for some reason. There's a lot of... It's like, the developers clearly wanted to tell a really good story, and they did. Even if the Q&A is the stupidest way you could possibly tell a story, they still told a really good one once all the questions were answered. But there's some stuff like, why doesn't Haltman remember Susie? That's never brought up once in-game, even though it's very clear that Susie is his daughter, and he's looking at her, and he's just like, I need to find my daughter. Where could she possibly be? A lot of people theorize that Susie was theorized that Susie was a clone of the real Susie, simply because Haltman didn't acknowledge her as his daughter, and it turns out in the lore that Haltman had a Star Dream control chip implanted in his brain, and Star Dream proceeded to rot his brain and destroy his memories, effectively turning him into a puppet who couldn't remember his entire goal as a person, so that's why he doesn't remember Susie. None of this is told in-game.
That's kinda bad.
Yeah. Oh, you're just gonna fly away like a coward? Okay, let's do this.
In other news, Kirby is invading...
In other news, Kirby's in the rocket valve.
In other news, Kirby is invading Meta Knight's ship because Meta Knight wants to take over the world. Because everyone is lazy in Dreamland.
I actually like that motivation for Meta Knight. He's not, like, evil, it's just that, like, yeah, people in Popstar are super lazy, so he's trying his best to fix that. Alright, here comes Heavy Lobster. I don't need friends.
Yeah, you just need down, up,
actually,
and
hold on.
attack.
No. I do need a friend, because I hope he's gonna do the attack. Oh, that was just a missile, I think. He's probably not gonna have time to do the attack. Oh well. It was nice knowing Kirby. Yeah, they just blasted Kirby into with that thing. Kirby is dead.
Not dead. He's just thirsty.
That was close. My flying fortress, that's not yours. That is not yours. I like that you can see the halberd in the background and it actually moves. The background's like dynamic.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned that Kirby game soundtracks are amazing and bring a sense of childlike wonder into me that I cannot describe in any way other than it's Kirby music, so it's good?
You can't describe it other than singing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Kirby music is just outright absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sure you can.
So yeah, Kirby is good. Also, the story of Robobot. Why?
Yeah, it's very clear with just how much lore there is in this game that they wanted to tell a really deep and interesting story about, like, two characters who had... It's weird, like, usually Kirby games have their stories tied into, like, dark matter and the Ancients. All of Star Ally's story was about the Ancients, and that was really cool because it finally gave us some lore we've been looking for. But I like that Robobot's story both has the usual Kirby shtick of, like, you know, hey, we got dark matter, we got supercomputers from these guys you've never met before, we've got, you know, Galactonite, he's here too because he's part of the lore, but, you know, he's also a good boss fight, and we kind of ran out of ideas.
So is that another reason you're just, is that another point against Robot? They ran out of ideas, so they put
Oh no, they absolutely didn't run out of ideas in Robot. Robot is a game that is absolutely brimming with crazy new ideas for Kirby. Like the fact that, you know, you can use an anime mech to transform abilities.
Yeah.
But it does feel like some things are kind of confusing. Like, why? Like, I can tell why, you know, Galactonite's there. He's there because, you know, you fight him as Meta Knight to, like, take over control of Star Dream, you know, the supercomputer, because after you beat up Haltman, the supercomputer says, okay, I need to verify you as the new admin. To do that, you're gonna have to run some tests for me. And the tests are to defeat 3 other sword fighters. So we see a clone of Dark Matter Swordsman, which is awesome. We were waiting years for that. However, then we see Sectonia, and a lot of people were like, huh? Why does she need to be here again? Because Sectonia was like a 15 quintillion phase boss fight in Triple Deluxe, and people were really tired of fighting her. I'm not even joking. Okay, so, let's see here. How many times do you have to fight Sectonia in that Kirby game? There's the regular fight. The regular fight has the 3 phases in the base fight where she shifts to the gem and then back to the regular platform. There's the 4-phase boss fight against the flower where there's like different backgrounds and everything. There's the 1-phase fight against her with the Hypernova Berry, the Miracle Fruit. So that right there is already 9 phases if we're counting each individual boss health bar thing as a phase. Because like, you know how Kirby bosses these days come in health chunks where once you've dealt half the damage they kind of change their strategy?
Yep.
Yeah, I consider that a phase, and Sectonia has 9 of them.
Jeez.
And then you have to fight her as DDD. And then she's like a harder version of the first fight, so that's a few more extra phases tacked on. 3 more, to be exact, even if they're just the same thing but harder, because she's way faster and way smarter.
Harder, better, faster,
Stronger. Oh, that's not nice. So that's 3 more phases. Then there's her True Arena variant, which has even... Okay, that works. Her True Arena form is like the same one that Dedede fights, but then you fight her corpse in the form of Sectonia's soul, where she comes back in the flower form, and she's eaten 4 miracle fruits to revive herself. What? Oh, cool, it's an ability room. So yeah. So then there's another 4-phase fight. After you've beaten her, there's...
1 more phase.
Like, you beat her, she tears herself out of the flower, and then you just fight her, like, severed head. It's terrifying. Dude, I'm not even joking, it's a severed head with wings.
Why?
Yeah, we Kirby now.
Yeah,
but anyways,
that's real Kirby.
Yeah.
Disco. I think they want you to have
Are you kidding
2
me?
hammers. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oops!
Oops.
I didn't mean to be super cool, I just meant to make a friend and I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, then there's the extra phase against her soul, and then everyone's like, wow, haven't we fought this lady for 20 different phases by now? And then Hal responds with, yes, you're right, sorry about that. Is 2 more okay though? And then you fight her in Robobot where she has, you know, the usual, like, phase 1, phase 2 thing. So people were really sick of Sectonia by then, and I can't entirely blame them. She had no reason to show up as much as she did. Yes.
Yes.
But
yeah,
I personally don't mind it. Sectonia is another one of my favorite characters. Mostly for her design. She looks cool.
I mean, like, I actually haven't looked at anything of the story of Triple Deluxe. And Robot, I pretty much know all the story just from Silver Gunner. So...
Wait, the story from what? Say that again?
From Silver Gunner. Like, they, don't you know?
No, I know about the Christmas Comeback Crisis. I know about all of that. I just find that, like, very funny. Just, yeah, I know about the story of Robot from Siva Gunner. Like, imagine having that many issues telling your story that a meme channel that makes awesome remixes does a better job of explaining it.
I mean, they didn't actually explain it. They just like kind of reference it because.
Here comes the cool music.
Because, yeah. But yeah, they don't specifically say what happened in Robobot. You just kind of get that story from Siva because.
So, Dynablade's dead. In her dying breath, she helped us reach the Halberd. She's not actually dead, but I like that Dynablade comes back just to help out.
Yeah. The actual reason to play Dynablade is so Dynablade can die. Like...
Actually, why am I walking?
When you walk. But yeah, Siva, you get a lot of the lore from Hoffman and Siva's story. I mean, I think I mostly assumed all of it, but like, it's kind of somewhat. If you squint, and I guess right.
Yeah. Gunnar does a pretty good job of like showing the basics of the lore.
Yeah. I mean, like, why did the Christmas combat fights? Oh, it started in Christmas, but also Christmas powers. Also, it's hilarious that thing still hasn't finished, and it's canon that they're on some sort of
time loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my friend showed me that video where it just says that they've been in like December of 2017 for 3 years.
Yeah. That was just incredible.
That was a fun little twist that helps explain like, oh, so that's why they haven't continued that thing. Wow. That was a lot of damage for an enemy. Good thing I can kill you outright.
Yeah. Wait. CC is cool. Also, did you watch the King for Another Day tournament?
Yeah.
Like, the epilogue?
I never really watched all of that, sadly. I just have a lot of the songs, like, favorited there.
Yeah, I've heard a few of the songs, but I haven't actually gone and heard all of them because it's a lot of music. And, yeah. Especially for, like, day one and stuff, where you got bombarded.
Main Canon 2. Oh my god! I can finally do what I've always dreamed of! Ah, well that's not part of it, but what's part of it... This. What? You can't damage main cannon number 2 with the invincibility? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Help me.
Help me. But yeah.
Uh-oh.
See the epilogue for King for Another Day?
No. Oh, you can inhale those things?
I guess so.
Yeah, well, Poppy Bros got to live because of it, so I assume you can. Wow, I am dying.
Yeah.
Wow, I am extra dying. Dang.